Pipkin the mouse lived in a perpetual state of terror. Bartholomew, a sleek ginger cat with eyes like emeralds, was his nemesis. Every creak of the floorboards, every shadow stretching across the pantry floor, sent Pipkin scurrying into the safety of his tiny hole behind the oven. His greatest desire? A single crumb from the overflowing biscuit tin in the kitchen. It sat there, a tempting beacon of sugary goodness, just beyond Bartholomew's watchful gaze. One day, Pipkin's hunger gnawed at him with unusual ferocity. He peeked from his hole, his whiskers twitching. Bartholomew was napping, sprawled lazily on the sun-drenched windowsill. This was his chance. Pipkin's heart hammered against his ribs like a tiny drum. He crept forward, inch by painstaking inch, his tiny paws moving silently across the cool tiles. He was halfway across the kitchen, the scent of biscuits intoxicating, when Bartholomew's ears twitched. Pipkin froze, his body rigid with fear. Bartholomew's eyes snapped open, and a low growl rumbled in his chest. Pipkin knew he had to act fast. He darted behind a towering stack of cookbooks, his tiny body trembling. He could hear Bartholomew's slow, deliberate steps approaching. Pipkin's mind raced. He couldn't outrun him. He was too tired from all the running. Then he saw it. A small gap under the cupboard, barely wide enough to squeeze through. It was a risky move. It led into the darkest, dustiest corner of the kitchen, a place he usually avoided, but it was his only hope. He plunged into the darkness, the dust tickling his nose. He squeezed through the gap, his body aching. He heard Bartholomew sniffing around the cookbooks, then the sound of his paws retreating. Pipkin waited, listening intently, until the kitchen fell silent again. Slowly, cautiously, he emerged from his hiding place. He was safe, and there, just a few inches away, lay a fallen biscuit, a perfectly crisp, sugary morsel. Pipkin scurried towards it,